Well, people, we have a new one from Vision Films, right? It's called Dating My Past. It is written and directed by Ricky Burchell. Burr. Yeah. Man, yeah, Ricky. Not Richie. Yeah, is it? Or is it? No, Ricky Burchell. Yes, Jesus Christ. It is produced by Aaron Jordan Jr. He also executive produces the film. Got Wes Morgan handling the music. Co-production from Chanelle De Lau. There is IMBD is horrible. Well, there's not an IMBD, right? So trying to get all the info for this is it's been difficult. So we've got is it Kendall M. Gray also is on production. Now the cast. Let's go with that. So Lexie is played by Chanelle De Lau. Her sister, Tiffany, right, is played by Key Simone. Her friend, Brooke, is played by Sheila Ann Smith. We've then got the three romances, right? So there's Jeremiah, played by Ricky Burchell. There is Maurice, played by Alex Sauceman. And then Cameron L. Mitchell plays Ethan. Also, we have David, played by Alfred Lamar. Sarah, played by Ayana Sakari. Lexie's therapist is played by Erica Barr. Wanda is played by Vanica Wheeler. The coffee shop waitress is played by Emma Claire Dykes. Her manager is played by Lance Sutton. The waiter that we see in the restaurant is played by Thomas Martin. Who else? The doctor is played by Tony Hale. The street artist played by Charles Key. Yeah, that's our main lot of people, I think. Okay, it says sister played by K.O. McCoy. I thought the sister was Tiffany. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. They just look very similar. It's hard to tell. But that's the cast. As I said, the information for the film is dreadful. What is it about? A couple's therapist uses the lessons she's learned from past relationships with three exes, one with whom she can't deny the chemistry, one a sensitive artist, and one that's seemingly too perfect, to help a struggling couple. As she shares her past with them, all soon realize that true love requires not only being with the right person, but also searching your soul to find your best self. Right, so we got a few quotes from people involved, right? Liz Romanoff, the CEO of Vision, says, we're thrilled to bring Dating My Past to audiences in time for Valentine's Day. It is a movie about the lessons learned from loves and losses and takes audiences on a relatable and emotional ride. Right now, the film is based actually on a book from Aaron Jordan Jr. Yeah, so he executive produces, and it's based on his own book, right? The book is called The Power Within: A Woman's Worth from Both Sexes. So, Aaron says, I am deeply grateful for this wonderful opportunity to bring Dating My Past to a wider audience. This opportunity creates a pathway for audiences worldwide to be immersed in a film that speaks to real human experiences, our stories of love, self-reflection, and the lessons we learn along the way are stories worth telling. Right? The director and writer, Ricky Burchell, says, get ready to laugh, cry, and cheer with Dating My Past. As a filmmaker, seeing this film come to fruition is a dream come true for us all. Aaron as a producer, Chanelle as an actress, and I as writer and director have all poured our hearts into the project. Witnessing our collective dreams become reality with the film about to be released is almost beyond words. I am incredibly grateful and excited for the world to see our dream and vision on screen. And Chanelle De Lau says, sometimes to find love in the present, we must confront the ghosts of our past. Lexie's journey is one so many can relate to. Navigating healing, confronting old wounds, and finding the courage to break cycles and negative patterns in love. I hope this film inspires others to embrace their healing journeys and approach love with renewed strength and perspective. So, that's all of that, right? And, I think, like, things that make you think, right, that help you shine a light to your reality are always good, and sometimes I think people need to see something, right, about relationships to realize, oh, that's me, right? I do that. You know what I mean? So if this film can help people on that, awesome. Now, I haven't read Aaron's book. I'm not really one for self-help books, so I don't know, what kind of translation, adaptation this is, so, maybe people who have read the book, can let me know, right, how this works. But I thought framing it from, Lexie's point of view as a therapist to help this couple is interesting, right? That's an interesting approach, I think that I did like, we had these bits where, we're talking about one relationship. So we see one guy and then maybe they transition to a new thing, right? So we get a new scene and we see that person, but then they morph into a new guy, right? And then we start a story about this new person she's dating, right? So we start off with Jeremiah, then we go into Maurice, then we go into Ethan. So that's how it works, right? And I thought that whole morphing thing, that's a pretty slick way of making the transition. I enjoyed that. I thought that was well done. The story. The story. I mean, it didn't feel like we were getting anything new here. And because we're hearing this from Lexie as a therapist, I thought that if this was a straight drama, it's fine, right? But as we are having a therapist relate her experiences to a couple, kind of feel like we need to get it in a way where she's like, so here I did not communicate, right? So that's why that situation broke down. You know what I mean? Like the way it's framed didn't really match then what we got. So it doesn't quite mesh up, right? Because so we go from this and occasionally we come back to the present with the couple in the, therapy office, right? And they're like, oh, that's really interesting. Oh, yeah. So, well, I see what's happening here. But it's just like, from what we see as a viewer, we haven't had any conclusion, right? Like she might be, oh, I don't know about dating this person. And there's no conversation with the person, right? And we just morph to someone else. And like, okay, but you didn't resolve anything here. You know what I mean? And it's just like, if we don't see the resolution, it doesn't make sense for you narrating a story to people in your therapy. You know what I mean? So I thought that didn't quite work, Didn't quite work. And she's talking about the chemistry with one of these people. But I don't know, it doesn't quite translate, I feel, on screen. You know what I mean? It doesn't really jump out at you, right? Just because you have people talking closely at each other, that's not chemistry, And the nuance, right? That we don't get the nuance in the conversation, right? The body language to reflect, right? The facial expressions, just all of these things that indicate a relationship, indicate a connectivity between two people. We don't necessarily have that. You know what I mean? Which is just like, like I thought Tiffany, who was it? It was Key, right? It was oh, it was Key something, right? Oh my days. And Key Simone. Key Simone played Tiffany, and I thought she was very good with, her expressiveness with her role. Like, Brooke. Yeah, Brooke was a little over the top, right? Sheila Ann Smith was just played a little bit too, right? And so it didn't really fit. You know what I mean? Didn't really fit. Like, if your friend is acting the way she's acting, you'd be like, yo, kid, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, have you drunk already today? What's going down? You know what I mean? It was, a little odd. So we have those things, right? Sometimes it's about the detail. Like, her sister's in her phone as sister, which, yeah, I don't know anyone that does that shit. That was kind of bonkers, you know what I mean? But when you think about films, right, that really do a good job of relationships, like Really Love Jones, right, Love and Basketball, you know what I mean? Just these things, Premature, right? There's a gang of films that did a superb job of displaying chemistry between people. We don't, unfortunately, get that here. Now, we do get, it's playing with the who's she ending up with. So we do play with that throughout, right? When you get the reveal's done in a bit of a weird way, because I don't know if anyone would be happy for someone walking in on their therapy session, right? It seems super unprofessional, right? But we do get that. So yeah, there's those things. I don't know. As I said, look, if a film can help you process something, that's all gravy, man. So maybe this does that, right? Maybe this does that. I mean, when you hear what everyone involved had to say, it definitely sounds like, they're pouring everything into it. So all power to them for that. Doesn't quite hit the mark for me. But if you, read the book, right? If you read Aaron's book, enjoyed that, then this may work for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you enjoy a lot of the rom-coms that have been dropping, stuff like Kinda Pregnant, right? If those work for you, if what is it? I've Never Wanted Anyone More. Those films that we looked at from last week are good examples. I think if they work for you, then Dating My Past may be the film that's gonna, help you out, right? So it's dropping on all your favorite VODs. Thrown a few links on the website. So yeah, if this sounds like it is for you, you can go check it out. One thing I thought was a little bit odd, like the street artist, we see a street artist talking with one of our suitors. And when you look at their art, right, look, we see, and then the other picture, completely different. It doesn't look like it's from the same person. That was, I don't know. Like, obviously people can have different styles, but just all of those shots, all of their work on display first time, nothing like that final piece. Like, the work was good, but it was a weird style switch. But anyway, people, Dating My Past, you can get it from the 14th on all your favorite VODs. Enjoy.